takes one to fight for y'all, one man to stand up tall, one man to speak out loud, just one to stand up proud. One nation, one people, we all considered equal. My gente, unidos, jamás serán vencidos. We marching, our voices must be heard. We struggle together and justice must be served. We ancient enemy, why have these color lines? We give America our blood and sweat and precious time.
I am undocumented. I came to the United States when I was 9 years old and I migrated from Mexico. We were very fortunate to have a visa and passport when we arrived. So when we didn't have to like go through the dangers of the desert or crossing the mountains. Immigration has affected me a lot because you live in constant fear. You live a fear of deportation, you live a fear of losing your family, you live a fear of if your family member in the other side in Mexico passed away or something. When we arrived, I have two older brothers, and my oldest brother, Hector, he couldn't, he saw that how my parents couldn't really make it, like pay the bills and do the other stuff. So he decided to drop out of high school and just get a work, just start working to help our family out. So I feel like I'm really fortunate because of his decision. You know, unfortunately he didn't finish high school, he didn't get an education, but I feel like his sacrifice is why I'm here, why I am here in a university. So my middle brother just recently graduated from UCLA with his master's. So being undocumented, that was a big struggle for him too, but I think it was worth it at the end. When I was in high school, I remember my high school counselor telling me that I wasn't going to make it through high school because the statistics showed that Latina girls end up pregnant and they drop out. And the other thing is that I wasn't going to even finish high school, so why should I even plan about college? And she knew that I was undocumented because I was really open about my situation. So she told me like, oh, if you are undocumented, you're not going to go into college, you're not going to afford it, so why even bother to take those classes? And at that moment I was 14 and I was in shock, and I kind of like stand up for myself and I was like, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. And I kind of asked for the classes. I remember as I was walking down the aisle, you know, to graduate, I just waved at her and I was like, oh, hi, you know, in my cap and gown, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience because she didn't think I was gonna make it. 15 years old, my oldest brother, the one I just mentioned, he was deported. So it has been about not 8 years that I haven't seen him, and it's just a constant struggle. So I miss him every single day, right? Because he's been around all the time. And I think like every time I come to school, I just think of him. And I just think how grateful I am for him to did what he did, right? To sacrifice his education so I can be here. But then at the same time, I'm really sad that he's not here and I cannot be with him. When we came here, we came all together. So we have never been separated. And a border, like 9 digits, tell us that we can't be together. And it's just been really hard. I didn't get to say goodbye, I didn't give him a hug or anything. So we see him by Skype or by pictures and stuff, but it's not the same thing. But I feel like even though I've been going through a lot, you know, I feel really fortunate for staying in school and continuing my education, and I want to encourage other students to do it. We need to continue fighting and making a change, not only for myself, but the people that are coming behind us and the people that are here right now.
One voice to change the law, injustice break the walls, racism is a flaw, we need to open doors, takes one to speak it, then nations will believe it. One nation, one people, we're all considered equal.